Günaydın. Teşekkürler sosyal. I speak English. I don't speak Turkish, sorry. You should have your headset, please, so I can present my presentation, which is about Europe, challenges and opportunities. As has been told earlier by the Minister of Environment and by Baris from Sociad, we also have problems in Europe. We started first, and this is why we have all these regulations, and we had also some barriers. And I want to show you what are the challenges, so the problems we faced, what are the solutions we found, and what are the opportunities for all of us. You are exporting countries, so it's very important that you can take advantage of these opportunities. As been said, I am the president of AREA. AREA, I have to put it on. No. It's not working. Yes, thank you. So, AREA is the European Associations of Technicians. It has been founded in 1988 in Brussels. Brussels is the capital of Europe, as you know, where are all the European legislators, are the European Commissions, all the government bodies of Europe. So this is why we are in Brussels. And is represents 26 national associations from 22 countries from Europe and beyond. Because also we have you, Sociad, from Turkey, and you are a very active member of AREA. You do a lot of very good work. And also we have other countries, for example, Norway. Norway is not part of EU. We have also Thailand as observer. So we have not only European, but also outside European countries. And what we represent? We represent the people that do the design, installation, maintenance, and repair of all kinds of refrigeration equipment. I want to underline this because we just not only do F-gases. We do more and more also alternative refrigerants now. CO2, ammonia, hydrocarbons, HFOs, mixtures, all kinds of refrigerants, all kinds of refrigeration, air conditioning, and heat pumps systems. So, what we are doing in Europe now has been said, but I want to just summarize. We were in 2006 following this line of using HFC. We were growing in using HFCs. In 2006, we decided to start the 842 2006, and so we said, no, now we stabilized the F-gas consumption. From 2006, we stabilized, so no more growth of usage of HFC. How? With the certification, F-gas certification, that started in 2006. So from 2006, we have F-gas certification in Europe for personnel and companies. And then we decided to have logbooks for all systems. So all systems have a paper in which you check how much refrigerant you put inside, how much refrigerant you put out of the system, similar to what you're doing in Turkey, and the Minister of Environment told you earlier. And also we have we check periodically the leaks as been told this morning. So nothing new. But what is new? Starting in 2014, here. 2014 we have the 517, as Barry told earlier. What says the 517? Says that we need to grow, to diminish, to have less HFCs in our systems, because they are very strong global warming substances. So increase the temperature of our health, of our systems, and so we started diminishing it. We are already in the phase down very strong now, and we already phased down around 60% of HFCs in Europe already. And what we are using? We are using alternative refrigerants, or we are using HFCs, but in less quantities. So what are the area priorities, our association priorities at the moment? We have a lot of challenges. We are very, very involved, very excited of what we are doing at the moment, and we have a lot of work going on. To make it happen, to make all this phase down, that is European phase down, but as you said, it's going to be a worldwide phase down. Everybody is going to have a phase down of HFCs due to the Kigali Amendment. So what we started? We started to check for alternatives. So to have the availability of alternatives. What is available? How to do retrofit HFCs using alternative refrigerant. For example, as been said, 404. We have a lot of alternative refrigerant to 404 with less impact to the environment. I give a few numbers. R448, R449 are good retrofit for 404. In Europe, as been said, 404 are not used anymore, nearly. Recovery and recycling. We recover refrigerant and we reuse it. So there is, in the phase down, there is a balance. What we take out, we put it back in. So there is no consumption of HFCs. Training. As we said earlier, training. It's very important to learn about alternative refrigerant because they are toxic, ammonia, they are flammables, nearly all of them are flammables, lower flammability or higher flammability, so higher flammability for hydrocarbons, lower flammability for A2L refrigerants, which are HFOs, for example, or mixtures of HFOs. So all of them need a good training. We have EN378, has not been said earlier, but there is a standard that helps you to design the refrigeration and conditioning system, which is a European standard, EN378, and we have an app on your iPhone. Area did an app on your iPhone, translated also in Turkish. So you could use this app to help you to design system following the flammability of refrigerants, the toxicity of refrigerant, the practical limit of quantity of refrigerant that you can have inside the room. This is thanks to this app. And we started doing guidelines, helping our members to read off the refrigerant with high GWP refrigerant. Take out high global warming substances, use the new ones. And we started doing a lot of guidelines. This is what we did for helping, for facing these tough times that we have in Europe. As I said, more training, new manuals for training, also free of charge training, like real alternatives, which will be told later, but also certification. Certification is the only means to check that the technician is competent. You can only check that the technician is competent, certifying, having for him an exam, theoretical and practical. Even practical is more important than theoretical, but it's very important the technician knows how to do it. So it's not only the training, but also the certification. To check, testify that this technician is certified, has got a badge which he can use to show everybody in the chain, so from the user to the manufacturers to the distributors, that he is a competent person. And also we are facing illegal trade, illegal refrigerant. There's a lot of illegal refrigerants coming inside Europe because we have high prices of refrigerant, I will show you later. So we have a lot of illegal refrigerant. We have to stop this illegal refrigerant. Saying, we said many times, I want to say it one more now today, illegal refrigerant have to be stopped because you don't know what is inside this cylinder. You don't know if there is hydrocarbons. You don't know if there is something illegally imported and will burn your system, or will destroy your system, or will anyway your system will not work properly as should be. And there are tools. Now you're using some kind of tools for recovery, for leak checking, for vacuum. But in the future, if you're going to use flammable refrigerants. And again, I say, in the future will be more and more flammable refrigerants, because if you want a lower GWP, the molecular, the chemical compound needs to be easily to break. And how to make the compound, the molecular, easy to break? Should be flammable. If it's flammable, it disappears in the system, and the GWP of the refrigerants is going to be lower and lower. But you need to have the right tools. Right tools means a recovery machine, which is made for flammable refrigerant, leak detectors that you can use for flammable refrigerants, a fan to make ventilation while you're doing all these activities, installation, recovery, recycling, and always not retrofitting flammable refrigerant when you have a non-flammable refrigerant substances inside the system. For example, we had many, not many, but we had few examples in Europe of air conditioning systems with R410A, taken out R410A, put in R32. No, it's not possible. R32 is a flammable refrigerant. R410A is not flammable refrigerant. So it's not possible to retrofit R410A for R32. We have to be very strong about it, because it's not made for flammable refrigerant, air conditioning, for example, split systems. We do a lot of international cooperation with United Nations Environment Programme, with UNIDO, with UNDP, with the European Commission, with the World Bank, because we are all in the same group. All together, we work all together for the same aim, to decrease the global warming, to decrease the problem of our atmosphere that is going to grow, of the climate that is going to be warmer and warmer. We saw glaciers in the Alps are melting glaciers in the Alps. We have this problem, and it's growing this problem. We had the hottest summer in years. Probably the hottest summer ever was this summer here, which just finished. Universal training kit, okay? Manual refrigeration driving license is a license made with the United Nations for having a common certification globally. The European certification is valid in all European countries. We want to have a universal certification. We would like to have a universal certification, and we are working for that. To have a universal certification, which is a manufacturer industry certification, but has been recognized by all the industry altogether. So we are working on refrigerant driving license. I will say a few words about it. And also we are working on certification schemes. We are helping many countries to start certification scheme in their own countries. Even in Turkey, area has been helping to do some job for the certification scheme. In Tunisia, Kuwait, Gambia, Bahrain, Albania. So we are happy to help to start certification scheme in every country of the world. What next? Next, again, mutual recognition of certification, increase awareness, global energy efficiency increase, because we don't need to look only to refrigerants. We also need to look at energy efficiency of systems. You cannot change refrigerant and having a bad energy efficiency. You need to move, lower GWP, higher energy efficiency. Safety and standards. We need new standards for flammable refrigerants. So, we are working on the gaps following the increased use of alternative refrigerants. This has been said, we are working with the European Commission on that, but we have a very strong gaps to cover. The increase of prices. 404 in Europe, starting from the beginning of European F-Gas regulation in 2014, when we started a very phase down, we had around 1,000% increase on the price of 404. 10 times higher price. Now for 404, 1 kilo of 404, more or less we pay 100 euros for 1 kilo of 404. Again for 144A, etc. Again, I said no retrofit with R42 for 410A shortage. Very dangerous, because last year we had shortage of 410A, but don't change and use R42 instead. We know that R410A is a mixture of R32 and R125, but don't use R42. illegal trade, mainly from Southern Europe, coming from Tunisia, from Eastern Europe, Poland, Ukraine, from Bulgaria, even from Turkey, from China, is coming refrigerants, imported refrigerants. And AREA is continuously communicating with all the member stakeholders to fill these gaps. So these are the increasing prices of refrigerants. 404, when we started in 2014, was here. Now the price of 404 is here. 410A is very high, the price of 410A. 134A is here, the price. And what depends the price of this refrigerant? Depends on the GWP of the refrigerants. Higher the GWP is of the refrigerants, less refrigerant should be available because you have less quota to use when you are a manufacturer or a distributor of refrigerants. So higher the GWP, higher the price should be. So it's doing this operation. Here are also some other prices that you can see for other refrigerants, which are alternative refrigerants. Even alternative refrigerants are fluctuating depending on the demand. And this graph, which is made by Open Research, which is a consultant of the European Commission, is giving an idea of what is the price of the different substances, even alternative refrigerants, during the last 2 years, from 2017 to 2018 in this case. In Europe, we certified already 500,000 technicians in the last 15 years. So 500,000 technicians are competent and certified in the 28 EU member states. But now, since a couple of years, 3 years, we need also, when you certify for F-gases, you need to know information about alternative refrigerants. And in Spain and the Netherlands, we already started to have a certification which is compulsory, mandatory certification, even for alternative refrigerant. So they have in Spain and the Netherlands a certification which is mandatory. You can work only if you have this certification. Instead, in the other country, it's not mandatory, but it's voluntary. Real alternative certification is a voluntary certification, which should be, in the future, become mandatory as well. But at the moment, only Spain and Netherlands started the certification, which is compulsory for alternative refrigerant, for hydrocarbons, CO2, ammonia in particular. And I told you about guidelines. These are also guidelines translated in Turkish. You find a few of them in the reception, but you can see all of them in the website of AREA. These guidelines help you to stop using 404. Move to alternative refrigerant. I told you 448, 449, other refrigerant, CO2, move to CO2. In the supermarkets is very efficient, so why don't you move to CO2? This is already translated in 18 languages. Also, recovery and recycling will be more and more important for you. When we are going to have a phase down, if you're using the same refrigerants and reusing it, cleaning it, there are some standards to clean the refrigerants, you can reuse it, not paying again for more refrigerant. And we have this kind of guidance for alternative refrigerant certification. In 2021, F-gas regulation will be revised. The European Commission in 2021 will ask again all member states, is it working, our F-gas certification, our gas regulation in 2021? And all member states will say, yes, it's working, but we are missing certification for alternative refrigerants. We need certification, non-certification for alternative refrigerants, which are even more, of course, dangerous. They're not dangerous for the environment, but they're dangerous for the people that handle them, because of toxic, flammable, and high pressure. So we need certification. And we wrote the standards for doing certification for this kind of refrigerants. And this is the training we recommend for hydrocarbons, for example. And also, as I told you, we recommend the right tools. We recommend how to handle flammable refrigerant in a van. We recommend how to charge properly and use a fan which is ATEX fan, so to vent, to do not concentrate the flammable refrigerants, but to vent it away. And this is probably, as you know, also the certification of companies is mandatory under F-Gaz certification. And we recommend the minimum tools needed for the certification of companies, both for alternative refrigerant and for F-Gaz. This is the minimum requirement of tools that we recommend for a company to have to do properly its work. I told you international cooperation. I want to show you some pictures of the international cooperation we are having. We did some training and certification in different countries. We did training in Russia, in Gambia. This is Benin. This is another country, remember, Ghana, I think. And we also did some training and certification here in Turkey, in Istanbul. We were in 2015. Here are some pictures of us doing some training and certification. And we certified around 15 technicians under the EU certification scheme. So these 10, 15 technicians can work on the European market because the European market says that there is a mutual recognition around all the member states. And we were here in Istanbul in a school to do this kind of training and certification in 2015. Also, we recommend the specification for the tools for doing the training, because it's very important to have the right tools for the training. So we specify what CO2 equipment you need, what hydrocarbon equipment you need for doing training, and what should be the training and the syllabus and the assessment for this kind of refrigerant. So, who needs to be certified? We said, you know probably, but I want to say it again because it's very important. All the people, the persons that work on stationary refrigerant, air conditioning, heat pumps, fire protection equipment, refrigerator trucks and trailers, and also air conditioning equipment in road vehicles. And what they do, these people? They do installation, the servicing, the maintenance, the repair, the decommissioning, the leakage, checking, and the recovery of the system. But not only the persons, also the companies need to be certified. And what company, once the company has been certified, this is the only person, the only company that can buy the refrigerants. In all Europe, only certified companies can buy refrigerants. And also the company needs to have the procedures, the training in a sufficient number to cover the work. This is the minimum requirement for having certification of the companies. So both the companies and the personnel should be certified. I told you this one already, and I want to show you the next slide, which is how we implemented in some countries of Europe the register of the technicians that are certified, of the companies that are certified. We have a web-based, internet-based site in which are listed all the persons that have been certified. So everybody can go online and check if you are certified or not. When you buy a refrigerant, you put your name and you can check if this person is certified or not. And another important tool we have, especially in my country, I come from Italy, and there is a lot of cooperation between Turkey and Italy for manufacturers, for systems, and there is a lot of working together, Turkey and Italy. So I'm very happy to be here as an Italian to tell you this. We started last week also to have another tool. All the logbooks now in Italy are no more paper logbooks, but are web-based. So when you do your installation, your recovery, your check, refrigerant check, you put in on the internet what you have done, how much refrigerant you have added, how much refrigerant you have taken off, and you are going to have everything online. So everybody can see online all the history of your system. Easily looking online, putting a password and the username, and you can see your system, how many times have been checked, what was the last maintenance, what was the problem of last time, and all the owner can check it. The supermarket is very important, for example, for supermarket to check what was the problem of the system. And you can check online easily. This is a last week tool that we just added. And the suggestion is because these are opportunities for you to check how much refrigerant has been put in the system, how much refrigerant has been taken off, and everything is online, so is easily accessible, is easily visible for every part of the chain of each part of the system. The refrigerant driving license. I'm ready to say a few words about this project we have with all the countries of the world, with the International Environment Program, because it's an industry-based certification. The industry, all the association of the world, AREA, EPE, Chinese Association of Refrigeration, Japanese Association of Refrigeration, etc., have been together to say, from now we recognize a certification which is similar around the world. So if everybody go around the world to work, I know the Turkey technicians are very good technicians, and they go maybe in Africa to work in Africa, they go around the globe to work. Due to this certification, they can prove that they are certified all around the world. It's called refrigerant driving license. Another tool that I'm going to tell you very quickly, but my colleagues are going to say in a few moments, is real alternatives. Real Alternatives is a project started from 8 organizations, which are these 8 here, has been translated in 15 languages with 15 stakeholders. The main stakeholder, the main leader is the UK IOR, there is AREA, IIR, my Italian association, the Polish association, German, and also we have SOCIAD as stakeholders. And we started with training, which is real alternatives, and is online based as well. You can check online, study online, and do the assessment in a classroom, which is certified, qualified. And SOCIAD is qualified, certified to do this training and do this assessment. We did around the world to do some train the trainers sessions. We were here in Istanbul, I think in March, April, I think in March, doing train the trainers, and we give at the end a certificate saying that you are certified under the alternatives. As I told you, we have so many countries which are joining real alternatives, which make it a universal, recognized assessment for alternative refrigerants. So we have all these countries in Europe. We also have New Zealand from last week. We also have New Zealand. We have Estonia, Russia, Finland. All has been translated in all these languages. So it's also been translated in Russian. It's been translated in Turkish, of course. It's been translated in Greek, Italian, French, etc. In 15 languages it's been translated. And it's been recognized all over the world. And this is a project commissioned by the European Commission. As we said earlier, Europe wants to be first, starting phase down, starting reading off the high GWP refrigerants, but we want everybody to be ready. We don't want accident. We don't want to have problems with the new alternative refrigerants. So they funded these projects, asking all the partners to spread the word around the globe, asking for using it. And now, at the moment, we have already 5,000 people certified and using this tool for alternative refrigerant. Because nobody wants an accident, because one accident can ruin all our market, and we don't want it. But We want together all to go on the right direction on environment, energy efficiency, and the competency, professionalism. Only professional technicians, only qualified, certified technicians can work on systems with alternative refrigerant or with F-gases. And this is very important because we have now a professional, recognized profession, the refrigeration and conditioning pump technicians, thanks to these regulations. So all the technicians are very happy to be certified. All the technicians are very happy to have done this path, this work all together, because now they can prove that they are the only persons qualified and properly able to handle the refrigerant, the cylinders, for doing it. So my conclusions are, European Commission starts the first step, but it is a success even with difficulties. I show you more difficulties. Prices, illegal trade, more rules, but are rules that are helping our sector to get a better system, better comfort, better refrigeration systems, etc. Warning, no retrofitting with flammable refrigerants. Very important. Recovery, recycling, and reclaim is key. It's key that the recovery and recycling and reuse of refrigerant has been done properly. And everybody knows how to do it. Training, of course, certification. Use the right tools. EU is happy to assist all Article 5 countries, developing countries, and we helped already Turkey in the last 10 years. Myself, I was telling that I was here in Istanbul already 10 times or even more, doing, of course, this kind of project together with all our Turkish friends. So, my last message is that we are facing climate change. It's under the eye of everybody. Our glaciers are melting. Our water is at risk. The high temperature of this summer has been as high as we never recorded. So we need to move all together in the same direction. We need to work it properly with the right tools, and we want to give you our help to use the right tools. Thank you very much.